family rivalry. The first battle of your dream is the battle of discouragement. Discouragement. Sir, when God gives you a dream, there are many forces that will rise up against that dream. And it is to puncture your emotions. It's to puncture your excitement. Discouragement. Discouragement is when passion is quietened. To quieten you is when courage is extinguished. That's discouragement. Discouragement is when your spirit is depressed. That's discouragement. Discouragement is the departure of enthusiasm. When there is nothing enthusiastic. Discouragement is the absence of motivation. Departure of enthusiasm. You look at yourself, you have no reason to push anymore. You have no reason. Nothing in you compels you to put pressure to life. Discouragement. Discouragement. Discouragement is when you are dispirited, you are disheartened. Discouragement is when you are emasculated, you are deterred. Discouragement. In Joshua chapter 1 verse 9, when Joshua took over the mantle, the Lord was very specific in talking to him. He said, I've commanded thee. He said, be strong and of a good. In other words, this thing I've given you, I've told you, you are going to be great, but as you go, you will see things that will shake your faith. In this venture, things, can I beg you, no matter the gang up you see, it should not affect your courage level. No matter the conspiracy you see, you should be courageous. Am I speaking to somebody here? Courage is not the absence of shaking. It is resilience in the midst of shakings. It's not the absence of shaking. It is resilience in the midst of Akobata, that you are seeing confusion, you are still standing. You are seeing mountains, you are still standing. You are seeing obstacles, you are still standing. You are seeing resistance, you are still standing. You have this confidence in your heart. I know my Redeemer. Be discouraged. Be discouraged. Be discouraged. Some people just sit down, they start thinking of what does not exist and start crying. A lady young girl was crossing the road. Stood in the middle. People were applying the horn. One of them came, pulled her hand. Say, if you want to die, go and die at home. Don't put us in trouble. By the way, why are you crying? Something just flashed my mind. What flashed your mind? As I was crossing the road, my mother sent me now to buy something. As I was crossing the road, I was just thinking that if a vehicle hit me now, and anything happened to me, would my mother cry? She's wicked. She will not cry. Nothing has happened to her. Nothing has happened. She's thinking that if something happened, what a yeyetic worrying. Have you seen? Very yeyecious. A worry. People worry over what does not exist. What cannot happen. What if? What if what you fear is what you attract? That's the truth. What you fear is what you attract. And that's why you must mind what you hear. Because what you hear can affect what you fear. When people are discussing ailments and illnesses around you, please, sir, you are not in medical school. Close your ears. Have you heard the latest disease? Are you a doctor? What do you want to know the latest sickness for? Doctors know the latest so they can navigate cure around it. What you cannot cure, why will you know? There's one latest disease that is out. You say, hey, tell me. They say when it comes, the person's nose has a way. You shake. They start looking at your nose. Hey. And there is one. It normally starts with one pimple, and the pimple will be on the side of the ear. As they are talking, your hand is going. Say, which side of the ear? Say, actually, it's around the exterior. Hey. And how do you feel? And it also affects the right leg. The leg is shaking. Check. You are learning procedures. You see, nobody can see it if he doesn't think it. Nobody can take it if he doesn't think it. If you don't think sickness, you can't end up sick. You don't think disease, you can't end up diseased. You don't think infirmity. Battles are real. But every battle is to check your courage level. Every confrontation is to check if you give up. Joseph saw his own brothers. There's nothing as shaking and painful as when your blood rises up against you. If enemies fight you, it's understandable. But when your own blood, they are not just out to cheat you, they are out to bury you. A man was being buried alive. The brothers of Joseph, personally, I fear them. Ask me why. Ask me why. The brothers of Joseph lied to their father that an animal has slain Joseph. They killed an animal, rubbed his coat with blood. And for 13 years, all of them maintained that lie. No one betrayed another. I fear those guys. Nobody betrayed. They were loyal to themselves, that they kept a lie. Nobody told their wife that now told the co-wife. And now they maintained a lie for 13 years with straight face. That's why the father could not believe when they said Joseph was now prime. He said, how? I'm sure they were even doing remembrance, anniversary of his death. They did everything to make the father's mind off him. He maintained that lie. You know what it means when people think that Joseph just forgave his brothers when he saw them. No, he put them in prison. Did he pay them? Oh, that's what they taught you, that he just saw his brothers and just pardoned them and let them go. It's okay. Oh, don't worry, God. He put them in prison first. 3 days, no food. Before you look, you say, I fear God. I fear God. In the book of Genesis, I think 40 something, he put them in prison for 3 days. After he said, I fear God, the thing got to him. His own brothers were rehearsing and practicing his death. Go back to verse 17. Go back to verse 17. Let's read together. 1, 2, go. Okay, go to verse 16. Hold on. Verse 16, so that you can have a proper context. Send one of you, let him fetch your brother, and ye all shall be kept in prison, that your words may be proved, whether there be any truth in you, or else by the life of Pharaoh surely he has spies. You know what he was doing? He was getting back at them. 1 to go. Put them all together into what? 3 days. Verse 18. Joseph said unto them on the third day, this do I live, and I fear God. The thing got to is, so you think that forgiveness is memory loss? Forgiveness is not memory loss. When people hurt you and you react, you are being human. You are not a sinner. But don't take your action beyond that place. Don't take your action. So people say, you offend me, I'm trying to react. Say, are you not a Christian? You that did it, you didn't know I was a Christian before you did it. You offend me as a pastor, I'm taking steps. You say, pastor, why can't you leave matter for God? Did you leave me for God before you offended me? In this matter now, God is not even involved. The Bible says the heavens of heaven in the Lord, the earth has given to the sons of men. Somebody insult you on social media, you shouldn't respond. God does not have a Twitter handle. God does not use his Facebook. God, it is for men. Let's talk as men. Leave God. This one, God does not use Instagram. God does. What is God's Instagram handle? You insult me on Instagram, I insult you too. We are, both of us are, it's banter. It's called banter. So don't bring my religion into it. Apostle, are you not a child of God and you are insulting me? Are you not a child of the devil? Why will you insult me too? People gaslight you and you are shaking. They gaslight you and you think that's spirituality. Jesus look at Herod rather. He said, let me speak to this fox. You know what a fox is? A fox is a mad dog. Which insult is more than that? He said, let me go and talk to this fox, this mad dog. Am I communicating here? People take advantage of what they call religion to oppress people and shut their mouths. And many of you are victims of that. Somebody is throwing shades at you, humiliating you, and he said you should not respond. You should not respond. So response are not problem. It is how did you respond? Am I telling you something here? You know what Jesus said? He says, settle your case with your adversary lest he takes you to court. He didn't say he should not take you. He said settle or else they will take you. So it's very important that you don't allow people gaslight you and people make you feel handicapped, render you. There are some of you looking at me right now. The only problem you have is that everything gets to you. That's discouragement. Papa, what do you mean, Papa? Don't you know I am very emotional? Everything gets to you. You cry. Somebody does something, you are broken. Somebody does, you have to toughen up. You have to toughen up. Matthew 5:25. Agree with the adversary quickly, while thou and the way with him. Let at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. He didn't say it's wrong. He just said agree, or else you end up in prison. Make peace. I wish I'm talking to somebody here. Very important. My context is, when every one of us, there is nobody who wants to become gold that won't pass through fire. Fire is not a beautiful experience. When you pass through the fire, no matter the heat, you stand tall. Any man you see that's great today, ask him for their stories. When you hear their story, you discover that their glory will not have been desirable. When you hear their story, you discover that the trophy they have today will not have been desirable. When they juxtapose the story and the glory, you're like, no, I can't go through this. Because it was full of pain. It was full of mockery. It was full of shame. Isaiah 42 verse 4. Am I blessing somebody? Isaiah 42 verse 4. And it shall not fail, nor be discouraged, till he set judgment in the earth. And the isles shall wait for his law. He shall not fail or be discouraged. So once a man gets discouraged, he's applying for failure. Once a man gets discouraged, he opens up himself for failure. You have to be defiant. You have to be defiant. You see, nothing will boost your courage like comparing your problem to God. When you compare your battle to yourself, you compare your battle to your region, then you'll be discouraged. Why was David bold? When he looked at Goliath, he looked at God. Before God, this is too small. Never compare your problem with yourself. Compare your problem with your God. Never compare, I repeat it, your problem with yourself. Compare your problem with your God. Report your problem to God. Elijah was suicidal. He got to a point where he was saying in 1 Kings 19 verse 4, he said it's not better than his father, God should take his life. Meaning what he was going through, despite the anointing. Let me shock you. How many of you know Elijah commanded fire from heaven? And 450 prophets of Baal, 400 prophets of Baal, 450 of the group were killed. But he ran from Jezebel. I want to believe that Elijah must have prayed privately against Jezebel and nothing happened. A man that killed 850 men could not kill a woman. So that's why he was discouraged. Why is this thing not working? I commanded fire, it came. Who is this woman? Jezebel said, I will take off your head by this time tomorrow. Jezebel said that to him. He said, tell Elijah I will take off his head. Meaning, by this time tomorrow, he will be dismembered, he will be dead. Elijah ran and stayed under the tree and said, God, take my life. If you really wanted to die, the person that wanted to kill you, don't be discouraged. Sir, every time Satan shows you your condition, remind him of your future. Anytime your condition is impressed on you, impose on your condition your future. Jesus, who for the joy set before him, humbled himself, despised the shame. Oh my God. Hebrews chapter 12 verse 1 and 2. Despise the shame. Despise the shame. Bring up verse 2. Looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy set before him endured the cross. If you know what is set before you, you will endure today. Despise the shame. If you know what is set before you, you will despise the shame. You endure. What is courage? Enduring the cross and despising the shame. Courage is enduring the cross and despising the shame. Am I communicating here? The brothers hated him. Hate is a strong emotion. Hate. They hated him. They hated him. Rage. When a man is filled with hatred, is filled with rage, is filled with cruelty. Hated. They hated him before. You see, it was from the brothers of Joseph I knew that hatred, that's grade. Bible says they hated him the more. They hated him before. They now hated him. So there are grades. Don't be discouraged.